Good morning, good morning. It is Friday, September the 7th, 2018. You're listening to RadioFreeRadford.com. I am Dustin Staples, your host for this morning. And of course, if you've been listening in all this week, I'm your daily weather announcer except on Thursdays, and that's about it. And again, you can follow us on Radio Free Radford at Radio Free Raddy on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram at Radio Free Radford. And be sure to look up Radio Free Radford on Facebook and give us a like, tweet us, hashtag us, and follow us as we do so as well. Of course, this morning we did see some heavy fog between the hours of 6:30 and 7:30. There was a special weather statement that was issued, but then that's now been allowed to expire. Early this morning, at least it was. We expect our temperatures to get up to the near 90-day course. Today is Club Fair here at Radford University. A lot of people are very excited about that too. And again, the weather may cooperate hopefully later on this afternoon between 3:30 and 6. Right out on Moffett Quad. Of course, you can't miss it. It's right next to the clocks, the red clocks you'll see near the Dalton area. You can't miss it. Big lawn out there as well. And it should be very nice and eventful. Again, get out there and enjoy. And again, you're going to find some things that are going to interest you. And of course, it's always good to see because kind of a branch out of your comfort zone, as they always say as well. Moving on to the forecast low of near 65 tonight, of course, we'll be seeing possible rain chances moving in later in the evening hours as well. We'll see some rain moving in mid-afternoon tomorrow. Of course, if you're planning to do anything this weekend, you kind of want to have an umbrella with you or get your rain gear with you just in case on standby. We'll do see about a 70% chance of rain later tomorrow. The highs are going to be near 74. It's kind of cool for this time of year. I mean, we're kind of getting close to where we need to be because it's been considerably cool over the last it's been considerably hot over the last couple of weeks or so. And again, it is still summer after all, and we're going to continue to watch over as we see some cooler weather for the weekend move in our direction as well. We'll be seeing the 70s and low 80s for both tomorrow and Sunday. Again, our coolest day seems to be on Sunday, getting to the low 70s, so nice and wet out there if you do enjoy the rain. And cooler temperatures, expect lows to stay in the mid-60s for overnight lows. So again, the humidity will come down just a little bit. And of course, that brings us to our attention. If you've been paying close attention to the tropics here lately, man, it's been something for sure, a sight to see at least. We had Hurricane Florence. That was a Category 3 storm yesterday afternoon. And again, it sort of downgraded to a Category 1. And then again, this morning, we are seeing that we have the more tropical waves possible off the coast of Africa, Cape Verde Islands, right off the islands coast off of the continent of Africa. And again, this morning, the National Hurricane Center is calling this possibly a major hurricane by actually Sunday, late Sunday night. We'll see up to a Category 3 storm with winds right around the 120 or 30 or so miles an hour. And that's kind of strong for being in a hurricane here in the Atlantic Ocean. And it's going to be sticking around, looks like, for a little bit of time at least. The track of it is a couple of computer models I've been looking at. I look at two computer models when looking at hurricanes and obviously snow and rain events as well. I look at the European model and the American model. If you've watched on the Weather Channel or any of the local television stations, most of the local regional TV stations and weather networks use they call them the GFS and the Euro model, which GFS is the American, which stands for Global Forecasting Systems, and Euro is European model. Anyway, those two computer models, after day 5, is basically predicting of what may happen. We have one of the models showing that could possibly make a direct impact along the coastal of Virginia, North Carolina. And then again, we also have another one that one of the other computer models is showing it's shifting out to sea, so it'll make a kind of nice U-turn hook to it by the time it approaches near Bermuda, and which it's expected to maintain a major concern right there as well. And of course, we remember Gordon, right? Tropical Storm Gordon is no longer, it's now basically a remnant low pressure. It's bringing some rain to the mid-south, and they'll be part of our area also. And again, we're watching two other storms along the Cape Verde Islands. Those would still the National Hurricane Center still giving them a high percentage of predicting those named storms would be out there. That if they were to become names, they would be Helena and Isaac. So again, we do have the possibility of seeing two more tropical storms or maybe hurricanes or so in the open Atlantic as we head towards the start of next week. And it's peak season after all, and so far we've had a kind of a quiet start to it back in actually it started a little bit earlier in the latter part of May, and made its way towards about mid-June. It was quiet. Mid-July, that'll sort of quiet down, and towards the end of August, and now here we are in September. Peak hurricane season sticks around for quite a while. Anyway, of course, it reminds me that we only have 84 days until the end of the hurricane season, which the last day would be on November 31st. And you're probably asking, can we get hurricanes after November 31st? Sure, we can. And we've had it happen before, but this has been many, 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 many years ago since we've had some tropical development in the month of December. But again, by that time, the ocean water is starting to cool off anyway, and giving us some cooler drifts out to sea. I want to run you by the some climatological data. Say that 5 times fast. This week, yesterday, we came in as, meteorological summer ran from June through August, and now we're in meteorological fall, which basically runs from now until November 31st. And then again, meteorological winter will run from December to February. But we've wrapped up the summer. Believe it or not, this was the 4th hottest summer we've had on record. And if you recall, about 6 years ago, back in 2012, it was tied for the hottest summer on record for that year. But the hottest was back in 1936 during the Dust Bowl. And it's been, again, we've maintained this. It seems like a lot of our days are getting warmer, and by the year, I should say, are getting warmer and warmer each and every day. And a lot of people say that climate change or global warming, but we're going to save that debate for another day. But anyway, and if you may have noticed, our nights are also getting a lot warmer compared to what we've been seeing over the past several years or so. We've been averaging about 60 degrees a night around the whole United States, at least. Not saying here in Radford, but the whole U.S. If you take average every single state, city's low, and county, add them all up, and then you divide them by how many there is, and you get an average about 60 degrees or so at least. And then again, since 1895, the overnight lows, this is when record-keeping books of starting climatological data began. We've been slowly warming through the night, and of course, that's from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or also known as NOAA. They put those forecast analysis out there as well. And so we, again, if you've been saying, my geez, it's been getting kind of hot at night, you're kind of right, because we've been warming, it seems like, every single night, and by the afternoon time frame, and we're just kind of about burnt out on that. And that being said, we are also, of course, yesterday, the Guinness World Record put out a couple of new records yesterday that I've recently found out. There's a dog out there, and he was adopted actually from one of the Roanoke animal shelters around in Roanoke not too long ago, and he's now in the Guinness World Record book for jumping the highest for doing one of the little competitions. I saw that yesterday. Thought that was pretty unique. And there's also, they found the oldest trapeze person is 89 years old. Believe that or not, 89 years old, still doing trapezes and flips at that age. So I don't know about that. I'm still quite young, and I don't think I'll be trying any flips anytime soon. But 89, that's just a good age, and again, kudos to that person. We also, as we're getting wrapped up the end of the week, we kind of want to remind you today, Club Fair will be from 3:30 to 6 out in the Moffett Yard, and you can follow Radio Free Radford on Twitter and Instagram, and follow them at Radio Free Radio on Twitter, and then look them up on Facebook, and you can see all the latest information regarding that. Coming up today, you'll have Tristan Ryans is back with the most popular sports show, it seems to be around here on campus, The Ryans Report. We're back here on new time, new day, every Friday from 2 to 3, along with Noah Penninger. You can catch both of them today at 2 and 3 here on RadioFreeRadford.com. Again, it's a very popular sports show, it seems to be. I've listened to it several times. I enjoy listening to it, and it's always good things to see. and listen to, I should say, and here on RadioFreeRadford.com. You can also follow RU Weather 1 on Twitter and Instagram. You can get the latest weather information around Radford University and the city of Radford and surrounding areas as well. If you're trying to plan your calendar on what's going on, there will be a movie taking place in the around here on campus. It's game night. It started last night, actually, and it will run through Sunday. You can catch more information from the Herbert Student Center in room 237. You can contact them. They are on a lot of the social media pages. Just search them up, and it would be Rad Space on Facebook, Twitter, and again on Instagram. You can check them out if you're interested in seeing a movie this weekend. And also, that will probably wrap it up as we are wrapping up on this Friday morning. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay dry, folks. Rain is going to be out there. And again, if you do have any outdoor plans, maybe if you're going to be stepping off campus over the weekend or whatever, just carry the umbrella with you. Monday morning, we're also going to see this rain continue to linger. And you can follow, again, on Radio Free Radford on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And RU Weather 1 on Twitter and Instagram as well for the latest weather information. And again, tune in back here at 2 o'clock today for the Ryans Report. Tristan Ryans and Owen Penninger. Again, seeing a very popular sports show. I'd go ahead and maybe listen into that as you're heading to class maybe, or if you're just relaxing and trying to find something to do out there as well. Anyway, I'm Dustin Staples. I appreciate you listening to me every weekday morning from 10 to 10:15 here on RadioFreeRadford.com. I'll be back with you again on Monday morning. Stay dry.